I'm back at the apiary area tonight. I'm just going to check those towels, but before I get over there, I wanted to give you a look at this area where I'm going to move the apiary at some point. The sun's going down. The hives over here, they're just behind these trees. They're already in the shade, but I wanted to show you at this time of day, this area that I hope to use for my apiary moving forward. So right over here along the fence is where I'm going to build a shed that I can store my equipment. And out here, you can see this area that's still in the sun. Man, I can't even talk. You can see this area that's still in the sun. This area, starting from about here on up to here, is where I hope to keep the hives. So even during the evening hours when normally my hives are in the shade, the hives out here will be in the sun. The bees will have to leave the hive because this is east over here. They'll leave the hive and fly up over these trees, which will put them high enough that hopefully they don't bother the neighbors. Now let's get over and see how those beetle traps are doing. I didn't want to let it go too long. Tomorrow is Sunday. That'll be one whole week. You see how we're in the shade now? Uh-oh. One of these hives doesn't have a lot of bees coming in and out. This hive has lots of bees going in and out, and this one doesn't. Initially, like, my first reaction is that is concerning, but let's open it up and see what it looks like. Well, there's still bees, so they just must be done for the day. I don't see any beetles on top like normally. I didn't bring the smoker out. I'm hoping to work fast. There's beetles. Beetles stuck here. There's 4 beetles on that trap. There's a number of beetles here on this one. Some of them are still alive, but they look stuck out in their misery. There's a few beetles. A few beetles still up here. So let me see what they look like. I don't think I have to take those out right now because they're not all roughed up. You can see how the bees kind of rough that up a little bit. And the beetles get stuck in that, their spiny legs get stuck in that. Same thing on the bottom down here. They're not too roughed up, and it looks like there's no beetles stuck in these down here. So I'm just going to put this hive back together and leave those traps in there. The hive here actually had a worse beetle condition when I installed these traps. I think it might have something to do with the fact that this one doesn't have the screen bottom board, so the beetles can't fall through. Alright, let's see how these are. I'm not going to take the bottom. I'm just going to check this top part, because if the top part is fine, I don't think I need to take the bottom part off. You can see the bees chewed this one up a lot more. There's a beetle right there stuck. So there's one there that's actually crawling on it. Squished him. There's one in the corner. I don't see any beetles stuck on that one. So I'm going to put these back on and hope that they do a little better for next week. These were stuck to the inner cover. They're chewed up pretty good, but no beetles on it. I don't have any smoke out here, and these bees are starting to get riled up. I need to just be done, but I just wanted to take a good observation about how these are doing. And I think that the concept is good. I don't see the return here, not yet. I was just on the phone with a friend who is a beekeeper, and he was expressing that out of his, I think he said he had 15 or 18 hives or something like that, and every one of his hives that has the small cell, which is the 4.7 to 4.9 millimeter cell, has no beetle problems at all, and are actually more productive. And he places his hives in full sun. So the combination of the small cell and the full sun must be a really good combination out here for beekeepers, at least in this area. Maybe that goes for all areas. But he has a number of hives that still have the large cell, 5.1 and larger, I think. And they still have lots of problems. It's interesting how the different beekeepers experience different things. Now, my experience, my climate, my shelter, my bees, everything's going to be a little bit different from apiary to apiary, but regionally, the bees around here, at least there's a lot of reports that the bees that have the 4.7 to 4.9 millimeter cells, which is what they call small or natural. I don't know if there's like an exact designation for a word for the size, but I've heard them called small cell and natural cell size, and it seems that the people that are using those are reporting a lot better hives, cleaner, higher success rate, which means the bees are living longer, fewer pests. And yeah, so I think that's something that I need to start integrating smaller cells into my hives so that I can experiment with that as well and see if that improves my chances and the bees' success here on the Daddy Kirk's farm. Well, thanks for hanging out with me for that very short beekeeping episode. I appreciate all the time that you guys spend with me. I love sharing this story and this journey here on the farm, the beekeeping and all the other things that I do here. So if you will give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, share the video, I would truly appreciate that. And that's it for now. I'll talk to you soon.